Ladies and gentlemen, this is a quick little video to let you know that the Stalker series is going to go on pause, or is going to go on hiatus for a little while, and when it returns, I'm not 100% sure whether we will return with this character or what's going to happen. I'm in half a mind to update the next version of Escape from Pripyat, which I think is 4.3 at this point. But by the time I'm back from vacation, it might be 4.4. The reason I cannot play this anymore is not because the game is unstable, although I am having some problems with crashes and scripting errors and some of the mods, etc., which have mostly been ironed out in the next two versions of this glorious mod pack. But the main reason I cannot play this is for around 2 weeks now, we've been having a heatwave in my country, and that is likely to continue for another 2 weeks, plus the time I'm on vacation. So, here's the thing. I can play Mass Effect, and I can play a lot of the other games, but for Escape from Pripyat, my CPU goes up to 110 degrees Celsius. That means it is very likely to die. Now, even if it does, I'm not exactly too worried about it. I do intend on upgrading it sooner rather than later, so yeah, if it dies, it dies, but it's not just that, it's the fact that my entire computer makes a ridiculously loud noise, that the fans that are cooling both the, that are circulating the air into the case, and the GPU fans, and the cooler for the CPU, all make a ridiculous ruckus, and they sound like they're about to fall off their hinges any minute as soon as I start playing the game. Now, when I pause the game like this, and the CPU doesn't have much to do, it doesn't do that, but as soon as I start playing, I have to stop every 5 to 10 minutes. And let it cool for about 20 to 30 minutes. I'm sure you can understand how recording one episode for 30 minutes can take upwards of several hours like this. That's several hours of just waiting. And then there's the editing, the recording, the stuff you don't see, the behind the cameras, the traveling from place to place, which I don't record. It takes about 2 days to record just one 30-minute episode. When the heatwave stops, I will most likely be moving on to the next version of EFP, mostly due to performance issues, and I will see how that's exactly going to look. Considering I now have a lot of experience with EFP, and considering I know how to tweak the game so that it doesn't kill me for BS reasons now, and that, like I said, I just have enough experience and all of that, I'm thinking about doing a hardcore character again through the main quest line. But I've done the main quest line multiple times already, although never to the end, and then yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll see. But until further notice, I simply cannot play this. My PC is going to melt, and when it isn't melting, I get in-game trouble and problems. So I apologize for the lack of uploads for this particular thing. I know it's my most popular series and all of that, but I can't fight nature, right? And it's not my PC that's the problem either. I mean, it's not my cooling system that's the problem. In all fairness, and, fair is fair, and in all complete transparency, a water cooling system would probably do a lot better. I don't have one. I'm a little bit afraid of them, to be brutally honest with you, because I've never had one, and yeah, well, if you screw up with that, then your whole system goes boom. So yeah, I'm a little bit afraid of them, but here's the thing. It's not that the cooling system I have is not good. Trust me, it's great. I have a massive cooler with 3 massive fans cooling the heat pipes, and it's like top-notch. It was very expensive, and it's been with me for a number of years now, and I even cleaned it recently, just to make sure to get it ready for the summer and everything. And it's not enough. The reason is the air inside the room, and I mean, it's just my room, I don't want to say the recording studio, but where I record, and it's just my room, is ridiculously hot. And part of that is the GPU. This new one tends to heat up a lot more, and it's a lot bigger. It has 3 fans. It uses up a lot more of that air, and The room's not particularly big to begin with, but the air in here is like a sauna. It's literally like a sauna sometimes, especially during the day when, the sun's high in the sky. So the way I've been getting around that up until recently was I've been recording it late at night, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and I open all the doors and the windows, and there's a little bit of fresh air going in, and usually that fresh air is enough to cool everything down, but now we've run out of fresh air in this country. And it's just incredibly hot all the time. People having trouble sleeping, people having health issues. It's a heat wave, and I honestly don't remember a long-lasting heat wave like this ever in our history. So there you go. Anyways, as a response to all of this, I'm going on vacation. I am leaving. I do have pre-recorded videos, some from EFP, which I think you will have seen up until this point. And I do have lots of Mass Effect pre-recorded as well, so I'll be uploading that. When I come back, I'll do some more recordings, some more series. I'll try and get them out and prepared for, certain problems that might arise, so that the channel can have some sort of consistency going forward, but I can't pick and choose what I want to record, so, yeah. Oh, and speaking of, I do have one small little anecdote for you as well. Yesterday, we've had like a horrible day, like probably one of the worst ones out of the last 7 or 8, right? It was ridiculously hot and humid, and it was just horrible throughout the entire day. Around 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. at night, we get a very sort of slightly cooler-ish breeze than the previously scorching ones, and you get a tiny bit of respite. And someone in my neighborhood decides to start a fire to burn truck tires at 3 a.m. in the morning. Thus, you cannot open the windows and enjoy the minuscule bit of respite you get from the heat, because you will die of poisoning. The entire street and the entire neighborhood and everything stank of burning rubber for the next 10 to 12 hours. I don't know who did that, because it wasn't any of my immediate neighbors. It was someone sort of in the back of the neighborhood somewhere. But the wind was blowing this way, so yeah. I don't know who that person is, but I will find them, and I will report them to the authorities. I'm trying to go for a Liam Neeson kind of thing here, except, without actually doing anything illegal. But my point is, I have never felt that much anger towards a person I do not know in my life. For 2 weeks, we're trying to get a little bit of freshness, a little bit of cool air, a little bit of rain, a little bit of anything, just a little bit of respite from all of this. And the moment we get it, you set alight truck tires, poisoning the neighborhood. Isn't that illegal? Yes, it is, which is why I'm assuming the person in question, or the people in question, are doing it at 3 a.m. in the morning, when most people are trying to sleep, and yeah, I don't know what became of that. But I wish them nothing but the very worst. Yeah? There we go. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for supporting the series, and I just do ask for a little bit of your patience, because this is a difficult time over here. Historic heat wave and a melting computer system, and on top of that, I do have a lot of work to do for uni this month and the next month in particular, and after that, I'm relatively scot-free for a certain period of time. And on top of that, I have booked a vacation, and I need to prepare for that, and I need to upgrade my PC when I come back from vacation as well, and that's going to take time away from recording, so I'm going to try and stay as consistent as I can, and there will be videos coming out semi-regularly at least, like every day, every other day sort of thing, but I cannot guarantee that I will be able to continue recording EFP at the pace that I want to, and I haven't been able to do that for a while now because of this, and I've tried to sort of get around it as best I could, but yeah, it's been tough. Anyway, so that was it. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask me down in the comments below. I will respond to all of them, and until next time, have fun, take care, and bye-bye.